Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to another salvage rebuild video. In today's video, I'm going to give you a walk round, show you this Focus st3 that we bought. This one turns out it was an ex-undercover police car. I'd like to say a massive thank you to all the new subscribers and thank you to the old ones for tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you like cars, spraying, salvage, detailing, or other related stuff like that, hit the subscribe button. I've got loads of content for you guys and loads more coming up. Right, let's crack on, show you this motor. Actually having a proper panic up because I dropped this off to get the wheels refurbished the day before the government announced like the lockdown and what have you, before they sort of said, right, that's it, we're locking the country down. So I was thinking, God, am I going to get my car back? Like, is the guy going to be open and what have you? And obviously the first day of like lockdown for everybody, everyone didn't know who was allowed out, what was what was open, what was going to stay open, what wasn't. Rung the guy in the morning, couldn't get through, was panicking. I was thinking, I don't want my motor stuck there. It's not the world's dearest motor, but I certainly can't afford to lose that. If you've watched my other video, you already know that I've closed my shop down. I own a vape shop, that's closed down, so I'm losing thousands from that. And like, this is my only other sort of source of income. Luckily enough, the guy rang me back at about 1 o'clock and said, oh, your car's ready, can you come and get it? Because I need to lock up and go home. I thought, oh, thank God for that. So I managed to go down and get it and pay him, pick it up. And I didn't lose my motor for months, locked in his place. But in the end, it turns out that they made an exception for garages to be open, but it's quite a grey area. I said this on the other video. Don't know if I'm allowed in my garage. Technically, if that guy is classed as a garage, so we don't know. It's one of them, but yeah, I got my car back. Panic over. All put back to standard. Went with the silver. The grey looked nice, but I wanted it to be sort of factory original. I'll turn you around, show you these. They're coming out really well actually, I'm quite happy with them. Pictures, the damage really is not bad at all. The track rod arm, the lower arm was bent and the steering rack was buggered. I had to change the lower arm before we got it off the truck, and obviously you see in the other pictures the wheels were grey, but it hasn't been cleaned. This is the damage. So steering rack from Folds is about £1,000. I managed to get a second-hand one for 300 quid, I think it was. We've put that on, that's all fine. I've still got to go and get it tracked up, but obviously hardly anything's open, so I can't do that now, and I don't really want to go out. Everyone's in the same sort of boat. Whilst I'm still technically allowed to come up to my garage, that's sort of what I do. Literally get in my house, drive up here, lock myself away, and that's that. This is the damage. We've got a scuff on the front bumper, and scuffs through the wing. I don't know what they've hit. Scuffed down the bottom now. They've scuffed along the side skirt a bit. And somehow, there's nothing on the door, but they've managed to scuff this door handle. So I don't know what they went down the side of. And then there's a little scuff there on that bit of the door. And then nothing. And then randomly, whether this is the same damage, 2 little scuffs down there on that little bit of bottom of the bumper there. So it's always hard trying to work out how they've done the damage and what caused it. The other side is fine. I've got to have the tracking done, put all the under trays back on. The inside is minging, it's damp. We've got stuff growing, some dog hairs, so it needs a full-on clean up and a sort out. There's no marks on the back, everything's clean. He's had quite a bit of paintwork. The old Bill must scuff them or what have you. But it's in pretty good order, to be honest. There's no, passenger side is clean, there's no marks. There's nothing sort of to write home about, a few little dings. That's not aligned properly. We can sort that out. But yeah, other than that, everything's sort of original. It drives all right, engine's sweet. I just noticed a little ding. Oh no, that's the body line. I thought it was a ding then. So yeah, in the next video, I'm gonna have to give it a scrub up, see where we are, and then we'll start getting it ready, do this bodywork. I'll come back with an update in a bit. So, we didn't know that this was an ex-police car. It was really funny. My mate was taking a piss, going, "Oh, it looks like an old Bill motor." He was laughing and joking about it, and he ended up smashing the registration into Google. It comes up with a photo of someone getting pulled over with this car. It's still got a few holes and what have you, but obviously like a proper squad car, they'd have loads of different stuff in it, but this one was an undercover car. Let me turn you around and show you. Right, for starters, that aerial must be one of the police ones, because the DAB doesn't work in there. We noticed all of this before my mate Googled it and we found out it was a police car. That hasn't been put back right. And this, ignore that, that's the under tray bits from underneath. Took all that off to change the steering rack, got to put it back on. You've still got the brackets up here. That is where the the police lights were for the back window. And in the sunlight, you can see on the windscreen, I haven't cleaned this car hasn't been touched. Literally, it's been took down, chucked the trade plates on, drove it down, dropped it off, had the wheels refurbished, and then I brought it back, so we haven't even cleaned it yet. But yeah, you're not going to be able to see it in there, but in the windscreen, in the middle, obviously where they have their little lights down there, you can see the mark in the windscreen where they had their lights in there. Inside, first thing I noticed, the Speedo, it's got a little calibration sticker. High mileage. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, when I picked it up, even when I was bidding on it, I thought, God blimey, that's high for one of these kind of cars anyway. But I thought, well, if it's been maintained all right, I will take a punt on it. A little hole down here, and up here we've got a hole, and then that's obviously where the wire come through. I think that's all of the noticeable sort of things inside the car. Everything else is standard. The DAB, that will not work. Doesn't matter what you do. Let's turn the volume down. So I believe their aerial system that they had in the car, see, normally on a Ford radio you press radio, and then radio again, and then radio again, it comes up with DAB. So it says service not available. So every time, even when you're outside, I know I'm in the workshop, but when you're outside, it'll still come up and it'll still say the same thing. So I've got a feeling that must be to do with this. This has got to be some kind of antenna for the police radios that they were using, so the DAB is not functional. I will try and look into that and get that done. Just thought it was funny, but I've drove it up. I drove it down to get the wheels done, and it goes like stink. It's not standard. It's definitely been mapped up, and when you just press the sport button, it's even faster. So other than replacing the little niggly bits of trim and stuff like that on this one, I can't really find any other bits that I've got to try and source or order or whatever. I would like to try and get them bits of trim, replace them so they're all sort of back to original and standard. Rest of that is just sort of bodywork. The steering rack's done, the lower arm's done, I've had the wheels refurbished. I can understand why they've wrote it off. Insurance wise, they're quoting, obviously they've had to recover the vehicle. A new steering rack from Ford's was £1,000 odd, I believe. God knows how much two of them alloy wheels have cost, brand new from Ford's, and their price for that, the insurance company would. The labour to repair the steering rack, change the wheels, etc, etc. And then obviously the bodywork, the price of the body shop, the labour, the scored bumper they'd probably quote to replace. The wing they'd probably quote to replace that as well. The side moulding, and then they'd charge you for paint and labour and everything else. So it would come to quite a lot of money if you'd done it all brand new with genuine parts, you know, from now. But so far we got a rack for 300 quid, paid my mate to chuck that on, had the wheels refurbished, they were 250 quid, and then my labour, paint and materials to sort the bodywork out, and we find the rest of them trims. So we're doing it a lot cheaper, saving a lot of money, and the car, well, on the book, it's a sort of £6,000, £7,000 car, sort of unrecorded, but with their miles, it still should make £5,000 or £6,000, give or take. So it's going to be a nice car. I mean, it's not, a Focus ST is quite a desirable car anyway. It's not a standard car, so it's better. A normal Focus, I probably wouldn't have entertained it, but Focus ST is something a little bit different. If you're like quickish motors and you need a little family wagon, this is ideal. Chuck the buggy in a boot and off you go. So yeah, it's one of them. We're going to wrap that up now. I'd like to say thank you again to all the new subscribers and the old ones, and try and stay safe. I'll try and keep videos coming, but I am thinking about stopping coming up here. I know that they said garages are in the exclusion, but it's a bit of a grey area. I don't know whether I'm legit coming up here. Leave my house, get in a van, drive straight up here, lock myself away in here. I try not to come in contact with anyone, but as you know, we don't know if that is the right thing to be doing. So I'd rather try and stay safe, keep my family safe, and not do it. So yeah, I would say I'll try and keep many videos coming as I can, and we'll go from now. So yeah, stay safe, be lucky, and I'll see you on the next one.